Hey guys, welcome back to Friend Enemies. I'm Ian, and we are back for more Titans. So, last time we had a flashback episode. We had Aqualad who died. We knew that was gonna happen, but still kind of sucked. More so for Donna. I mean, again, we didn't really know. I was gonna say Cal. I keep wanting to say Calder. Garth that well in here. Dude was massive though. Kind of sad that we're not gonna get more of him. Honestly, he seemed interesting. I thought he was kind of funny, or he had a charmingness to him, kind of goofy. We're getting to the story of Slade attacking the Titans. I'm not sure if he was trying to get Donna, like he was still shooting at them. So I don't think it was Garth. It could have been he was just not trying to kill them so that they wouldn't have witnesses. I don't know. We left off with Dick meeting Jericho. I just blinked for a second. So he's going to use Jericho to get to Slade. So I don't know how Slade's going to take to that, because apparently, at least this is what Rose said, that he killed Jericho. I don't did he purposefully do it? Did something else kill him? That it seemed like it was Slade. And I'm assuming this is like the wrong crowd that Rose was talking about. She didn't know who it was, but she's that's maybe the reason that. Yeah, how does she? I don't know. Not really sure what's gonna happen. Not sure if it's gonna be like the whole episode or it's gonna be part of it, or is we still haven't dealt with Jason, so it's gonna be interesting when we get to that. I think that's pretty much everything. So we're gonna jump into this next episode. Oh. Okay, so we are coming back here. Ugh. Not too bad yet. I mean, I don't see much. I only see his face. Could have been worse. Come on. Bruce had to touch how to escape stuff. Oh, light bulb wand. I mean, I understand why, but
I can do it all day, all night, and if you're nice, twice on a Sunday.
They said shut the fuck up.
Slade? Okay, I was gonna say, Bruce had to touch you, but where's Slade? You know he's here. Hey.
Leaving so soon?
I was trying. With your permission.
Rachel?
Oh, why don't you talk to Dick instead of Rachel? Wake her up!
Rachel?
Wake her up! No, don't touch it! What are you doing, Garfield?
I'm up.
Ah! Could have been worse. Could have lost a hand.
We should be out there helping to bring him back.
We are helping.
No, we're not. We're watching Coffee Drip.
Bro.
They don't trust us.
Well.
They've been acting strange even before Jason went missing.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Closed door meetings, keeping secrets. Did you notice how they're barely even talking to each other?
I got dragged out of bed to trudge through sewer water because dipshit decided to go off half-cocked.
At least Jason found Dr. Light. Maybe he would have told us if we'd given him half a chance yesterday.
Fair enough.
Dick? What is
You
it?
see the camera or something? Yeah, oh, there's the camera. I was gonna say, Dick, come on, man, you gotta notice it. Uh-oh.
The motherfucker found it!
Yeah, you can do that.
Why are you sitting there like a damn statue?
Leg? Oh.
It is you they are looking for.
No.
But it is he they shall find.
Is he planning to put the tracker on light somehow? Because he's kind of over there now. So is he just dead? well. Yeah, I'd say so.
I'm sorry Robin 2.0 is missing or whatever, but he did this to himself.
Yeah.
So don't project your guilt on me, Tiger Boy.
You can do a
Now,
snake
if you'll
too.
Excuse me.
Don't come at me about keeping secrets.
First of all, my powers are fine. If I'd been there, I could have turned the guy into a glowing puddle.
You said so yourself.
What
They're
did you
not.
do, guard? Did you growl with him? Was he real scared? If you and Jason hadn't been so stupid and thought it through, none of this would have happened.
Screw you!
Security alert. Main entrance. Access denied.
Is he gonna leave some kind of clue? Oh, or a phone? If that's a clue enough. Hello?
Where's Jason? Oh, you mean your little sidekick?
Who the fuck you calling a sidekick, asshole?
Attaboy.
You fucking bastard! Come try that shit with me!
Just tell us what you want. As I was saying,
If we leave her out there alone, Deathstroke will hunt her down.
Or worse, we lose leverage over Deathstroke once he finds out she's in the wind.
We've gone down this path before. We all know how that ended. We're not using Deathstroke's kid to get to him again.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Rose is gonna figure out it's kind of their fault.
Look, we can talk and like have cookies and milk or something. I don't want to hurt you, kid.
Yeah, right.
Ow! Fucking hurt. Okay, fuck this.
Yeah, he's still a massive dude. Jesus.
Let her go.
Rose, please.
You only been training for powers? Oh, back powers. Oh, you don't know about her powers, do you? Oh, they're gonna find out about her powers too. Oh. Garfield, Dick, anybody? KO. Okay, that's enough. Rachel, pull back.
She's alive.
Oh.
What the hell?
Oh, I didn't know even she messed her up that bad. Jesus.
Rachel!
Oh, that's. Oh, Jesus.
Leave me alone.
You want to tell me why this Deathstroke guy is getting under everyone's skin?
It doesn't matter.
Donna, you were earlier.
Now he is Jason.
I know what it's like. Sitting in the dark. Alone. Hurt. Praying for somebody. Hell, anybody. To come and save you.
Hank.
I joked about leaving him, but I'm not ready to give up on that little asshole. No matter how much he makes me want to punch him in the face sometimes.
None of this is on them. They had no idea what they were signing up for. Not telling them might have been easier for you, but it wasn't right. Reopening this tower was a mistake. How many people have to die for you to realize that?
Dick, do you copy? Dick, come in. Anybody got eyes on Dick?
Dick, we're at the plaza. Where the fuck are you?
He's gonna fight Deathstroke or something?
sorry
Or
guys,
Dick?
other plans.
he had to break it.
You can have me instead of Rose or Jason. I'm pretty sure I'm the one you're mad at anyway.
Take a look. Say goodbye to your friend.
That's cool. That's a good look. Vest. No kickback, apparently. Oh. Okay.
Go get Jason!
Super strength, use it.
Jason, hang in there.
Maybe you should have switched. You can punch through the glass, Corey. What are you? Oh God! Man, I figured they're bombs. What the heck kind of bombs were they? Eskrima fight! Oh, come on! Slade versus Dick! Stab. Still! Oh! I need that. Alright. Oh, come on. Star? Grapple, Robin, Jason, no grapple? Did he take his grapple? I'm assuming he took his grapple. Star, fly! Star, Corey, learn to fly now. No. No! Bullcrap way to end a stupid episode. Come on. I'm assuming, well, I guess it's to be assumed that Slade took his gadgets. I don't know, it looked like he still had the belt. I wasn't paying attention. But my initial thought was, Jason, use your grapple hook. Your grappling hook. So I don't think he has it. I'm assuming, or they just wrote it that way. God dang it, Starfire fly. They can't kill him now, it's too early. Unless, I don't know why, but maybe some reason, Connor shows up, does a super jump and catches him. I don't know why he'd show up. We still haven't seen Connor, Jesus. It's episode 5, and we're going to what, episode 12 or something? I mean, usually, last was 11, but it was supposed to be 12. So is it 12 this year? This season? I haven't looked. I have no idea. I should check it out. But either way, we're a little less than halfway done. And we still haven't seen Connors. Connor, not Connors. Sorry. Connors is a different character. Completely different universe. But still, I don't know. If Dick can't save him, and if Jason doesn't have his grappling hook, the only thing I can think of is Rachel. Anything with that. Rachel. Gar could. Well, no. I don't think he can become anything big enough that flies that could carry him. Maybe slow him down. I don't know. But Rachel, very maybe Gar. Maybe Gar. Starfire or Corey. She's not Starfire yet, I guess. Donna could, if she used her lasso, maybe. I don't know, man. I'm fishing for something here. Or Connor. Maybe I don't know. But the thing is, if he were to, I mean, they don't usually take this thing into consideration in these kind of shows anyway. But like, you could super jump and grab him. What I was going to say is, that would normally break his body if you were to jump up there. But, yeah. God dang it, though. Son of a... They can't kill Jason yet. It's way too early. We barely had him we had him like 2 episodes last season. 2 or 3. 2, I'm pretty sure. And then this season, which has only been 5 episodes so far. Granted, these seasons are short, but still. That's still too soon. it'd be really cool is if Batman or Superman showed up. I don't know why. Well, I don't know why Batman would show up. I don't think he would know about it because Dick hasn't told him anything about Slade. Well, to be fair, they just found out that Slade had taken Jason. Speaking of which, Slade changed his plan, or either he changed his plan, or it was just a plan he told Dr. Light to get him along this plan and not go after the Titans right away. 4 months of planning, huh? But speaking of Dr. Light, he gone now. He dead. It wasn't in there very long. I mean, he was in here for the first episode, right? The second episode, technically speaking. Not technically speaking. It was the second episode, technically kind of the first episode. But either way, he wasn't in here for very long, and now he's just gone. Period. All right. I gotta say, I wasn't really expecting that. Maybe I should have. The way Slade looked up at the camera as Light was walking away and intent on taking out the Titans. He's like, no. It's not part of my plan, boy. But I'm assuming Slade's plan was always to get Rose, maybe, or to just, I don't know if it was to take Rose, but at the very least he wanted Grayson. I don't know if he wanted all the Titans. I'm pretty sure he knew that Dick wouldn't just give up Rose, that he would just have everybody meet up for Slade to take out. I don't know. I'm assuming he was just trying to get Grayson, for considering he went after Jericho. So yeah, seemed like it was their fault, at the very least, if it wasn't Dick's fault for Jericho dying. And he was gonna try to give himself up to Slade. He was ready to die, pretty much. Took off his vest, and that's a really good vest. There was no kickback whenever Dick was, blocking the bullets when he had it in his hand. Granted, I think it was a silenced pistol, so there might be less kick. I don't know. Was it a silenced pistol? Either way, because the way when it hit the vest, it looked like there was a blue flash. Let me check. Yeah, I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's a blue flash, but it's like whenever it's just the impact residue or whatever. Whenever a bullet hits the vest, but it just. I had a little bit of issue with the dialogue this episode. Some of it was a bit. Some of it, I don't know. It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't as throughout the whole episode. There was just moments that were just like, I don't know. I think someone would. I don't know. I don't know if anybody would say that, whether in this situation or period. I think one was Hank or Dawn. The hair thing. When Dick commented her hair at the very end, that was kind of a little random. I mean, that's not necessarily what I had a problem with. It was just that was a little weird. It was like, oh, why do you just randomly say that right now? I mean, I guess it's just, an offhand comment. That's whatever. But it was whenever she came in, when she said, "You're not just gonna compliment my hair and not say goodbye." I don't know. That was a little weird. Maybe it's just me, but I felt that was a little bit of odd dialogue. Pirate Girl was another one that kind of was weird. One, that's kind of offensive. Like, you don't know what happened to her eye, so it's kind of a rude comment. But that was just a really weird comment to make. Yeah, I don't remember. There was something that I think Don said. I'm pretty sure there's something that Hank said. I don't remember where they were. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. Some of you might have had the same issues with dialogue this episode. Wasn't throughout the whole episode again. There was just some moments, but yeah, there's some parts where it's like, that's a little weird. I felt a little weird. I don't think you should have said that. I don't think that should have been said at all. Not necessarily that it was in poor taste, like Corey's with the whole Pirate Girl thing. So I don't know. That's just me, maybe. I don't know. Some people might feel the same, but that part, the hair, something that Dawn and something Hank said. Maybe Donna. I think maybe everybody. Gar and Rachel, did they say anything that I kind of didn't? I don't remember. But I think just about everybody this episode said something that was just like a little weird and doesn't seem very real. I don't know. I'm going a little too long into that. I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on. What was I going into? I totally forgot. I deviated so much. Oh, I was completely originally with the whole Dick Grayson versus Slade thing, or he was giving himself up. Then I went to the vest. Then I went to the. Whew, man, I'm so sorry. Really big rabbit hole. I'm not 100% sure if I feel like Slade knew that he wasn't gonna give Rose up. And he either just wanted Grayson or he wanted the whole team. By the way, he was intent to let excuse me, Grayson. No, he was. I think it might have been Rose. I don't know. Because he was like, well, you're not going to be the one to dictate this, so you get to watch Jason die. And he was about to do it, and then Star shows up, or Corey. Sorry, I keep saying Star. She's just saying that when in reference to her character. Yeah, Corey shows up, which I thought was interesting because like Slade, he didn't account for her considering one, he didn't know she was there with them. Two, he didn't know she was in the first place. He doesn't know she existed. He's never met her before. She wasn't part of the original Titans. She hasn't been seen working with them since he found out about the whole Titans thing. Them coming back. So, that was kind of cool. But he could still take her. I mean, Slade still has like a sort of like a heightened strength. I mean, he has his healing, so I'm assuming he's still. Whoa. That's no good. He's still recording. Yeah, still recording. Okay. Oh, a little scary, guys. I might stop this so I can save it, just in case. 1 second, guys. Alrighty then, part 2 of the Titans recording. That's a bit odd though. I don't like that he did that. That's such a frightening. Anyway, as I was saying, but yeah, since Slade still has his healing in here, not still has healing, but has his healing factor, Jesus, in this version, I'm assuming he has a heightened strength. I don't know how heightened though, but he was able to take Corey, and she has some super strength-like ability. I don't know how strong she is exactly in here. I know she's supposed to be really strong. I just don't know how strong she is in here. But he was able to take her. Like the powers presented an issue. Like he couldn't shoot her, but combat-wise, she's still not quite. I think she still has some combat training, considering they sent her. I think they sent her either they sent her here or she came here on her own, of her own accord, to try and stop Rachel. I don't know why she would have. I don't know what they had, the Tamaranians, like, what reasoning they would have had to try to save another planet that they had no affiliation with. Maybe they did. Maybe it was her. She decided she wanted to help another planet because she wants to make her own choice and she feels like this planet needs help, so to try to stop Rachel. But anyway, where was I going with that? I don't remember where I was going with it. I'm sorry, but earliest I can remember. Yeah, I don't know how strong she is, so I don't know oh, combat training. That's what it was. Thank you, me. But I think she has some kind of training, combat wise. I don't know. I only know that she has her strength. Well, I know for sure that she has her strength and her fire blasts, her Starfire as they call it apparently. Did they say that before in the last season? I don't remember. But well, she wouldn't have remembered. I don't know. Anyway, either way, she doesn't seem to have the equal capabilities in combat as Slade does. But with Corey and Dick fighting Slade together, they were kind of making some headway. I mean, they were both kind of being not battered away, but battered away. But she still posed him a little bit of issue, considering he had to use his bombs or whatever it was, and then his flashbang. I wasn't sure that they were just bombs. Like they just look. They're supposed to be special. I don't know. I mean, they didn't have the same explosion and the same flash that normal ones do. So I don't know. Doesn't matter because it led to Jason being dropped from the building either way. Don't know who's gonna save him. Find out next episode. I freaking hope. I swear to God, they better show it. Now I don't want a flashback episode. If they do a flashback episode, make me wait again. Man, oh man, I am. Going to the beginning real quick. I did like, and I was questioning Jason as to why how he couldn't escape. Because I mean, or not necessarily because I didn't know how they had him tied up when he was hanging from where he was hanging. But I was assuming that Bruce had taught him, had trained him in escaping. So I'm like whole dislocating his thumbs. Like, I'm glad he did that, and also the fact that he was teasing Light, to bring him over and then just choke him out. So I'm glad that they did do that, and I thought it was kind of funny too. Fortunately, it didn't really help him much considering he immediately was recaptured because of Slade. So, but good effort. But yeah, Rachel still has issues with her abilities. She doesn't tell Dick. And then she not really cut up, but she cut Gar's wrist. Lucky that he didn't get his hand cut off. I don't know why he reached for the cloud. Kind of not a smart move. He should have maybe thrown something at Rachel. I don't know. But try to wake her up instead of reaching the cloud. I know he was trying to wake her up before, but after he saw the cloud, he was just like, oh, he didn't really reach for her foot and shake her or something. I don't know. Or throw something underneath the cloud to try and hit her. I don't know if that would have woken her up considering the state she was in. Because what woke her up was whenever he got cut by it and pulled his hand back. It's like she felt it through the thing, so I don't know. But yeah, then they had that argument earlier. She was saying to Garfield, you should have told. Why didn't you tell me I could have helped? And then Gar goes, he's like, how could you have helped? You can't control your powers. And then she goes, yes, I can control them fine. Like you've said before, you've admitted to him that you're having issues with your powers. So that was kind of a silly point. I mean, I know she was, feeling defensive, but you've already admitted that you're having issues with your powers. And then Garfield ended up blowing up and yelling at her. So I don't know. They seemed okay later. I mean, they weren't talking about it, but I don't know if they've reconciled yet because that was kind of things are heated right now. Speaking of which, Rose, I thought she just pushed her, but no, she broke her body when she threw her. How far can she go before she heals? Rose. Pretty sure she was supposed to be dead. Her neck, I think, was broken. Poor Rachel thinks she killed Rose. I don't know if they told her. I really hope they did. There's been a bit of time before they left to go after Slade. So I'm pretty sure they told... Oh, no, yeah, of course they did. Freaking Dick's like, hey, I want you and Rachel to... Or he was talking to Garfield, I want you and Rachel to stay with Rose. So, which, by the way, that tiger looks pretty good considering. Compared to what it looked like last season, let me just check again just to be sure. I'm not just saying things, but I'm pretty sure it looked a lot better than it did last season. It looked like, actual fur. I mean, it was definitely still CG, but it looked better. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, it looks a lot better. Oh, what happened? Yeah, the face. Let's see what the issue I had with the most last season was definitely the face. It looked blocky. So, and very CG, you know what I mean? It was smooth looking weird, and it was kind of glowy, like the tiger itself, which I guess isn't necessarily a problem, but it just didn't. It's not what his powers did. This looks a lot better, and luckily it's just kind of standing there. It's not doing any action, so I don't know how it would do if it was fighting. But just this, because I mean his tiger, it's been still before, or at least it hasn't moved much. This just looks a lot better. I know I went a little too into that, I'm sorry. But, yeah, so they know about Rose. She's alive. But, Jesus Christ. I don't know if she killed her. Or at least she broke her pretty badly. I mean, she broke her neck. Should have been dead. Or death. So, how far can she go until, for her healing factor to be able to still bring her back? can she die? Pretty sure she can die. Pretty sure she's died. Did she die in the comics? I don't remember. Don't tell me. In case they do that in here. I don't know if they will. Like, how far can her healing factor be pushed? They brought her back from here. So it can do... I've always been curious as to why it can't heal the eye. She has her healing factor already, obviously. Because, I mean, the wound itself healed. Her eye didn't come back, but the wound itself healed. How come I couldn't grow back an eye? Like, what about that? Like, what's the limitation there? That's just comic goofiness? Because didn't Slade have his abilities already before his eye was taken out? I'm pretty sure in the comics his wife did it. I think. But still, like, yeah, I don't know why the eye doesn't come back. They're just too much to regrow. So if they lose a limb, okay, maybe I'm thinking about it differently. If they lose a limb, that won't grow back. I'm assuming that's the case, but still, like, her neck was snapped. Didn't it, like, wasn't it? Like, didn't it, like, snap back into place or something whenever she was healing or whatever? I don't know. I'm just curious how far it goes. And then we also have Dawn wanting Grayson to shut down Titans completely. You know, she doesn't think he should have opened it with the kids. He thinks it's unfair for him to put them in this kind of life. It's kind of their choice. I feel like they wouldn't want to close it out. They like being a part of the team, even though recently it's kind of not been working out for them. They feel like they've been, you know, they're not telling them things, they're keeping them in the dark and crap, which they are. And Rose is kind of right, you know. How is it keeping them safe if they're being kept in the dark? Like, maybe let them know, but if you don't want them on the missions, they should at least know what is the danger, so they can know the severity of it, and they at least know who to look out for. They know who Slade is, but still, I mean, they didn't know before that Slade was coming after them. But yeah, I don't. I mean, obviously he's not gonna shut it down, because I mean, unless they cancel the show, then that's what they're gonna end. It's like, yeah, okay, we're gonna go ahead and shut down Titans, and then we're gonna disperse. I don't think they'd end it like that though. That's just kind of like a very somber ending. But so I don't think that they'll end. That Dick will close it out, and he seems to want Corey to lead, which I know in some iterations, or at least maybe maybe it's just, you know, later on, she does take over as leader, right? And then Dick just assists, I think. So I think they're going for that angle, considering like Dick, when he becomes Nightwing, he's not necessarily a leader of Teen Titans. It's Corey that does, or Starfire. He just helps out, I think. I think they're still trying to. I think they're eventually gonna try to make it to where Corey and Grayson end up together. It kind of seems like they're trying to go for that a little bit, not super overtly. I don't think. I mean, I don't know. Like the bit like the only kind of speaks to it really is like, you know, when his comments is like, I like your new hair. I mean, again, that's not much, but I'm just saying, like, that's one of the reasons why I kind of thought that was a weird comment. Like, maybe they were kind of lead to that, or not lead to it, but like lend to them maybe being a thing. I don't think that's what that was. Maybe that wasn't what that was for, but it just felt. I think they're still kind of maybe trying to pave the way for them being in a relationship, seeing as they're supposed to, they end up getting married in the comics, but it only lasts long. But that's like the older comics. I don't know what they do now. But I think it's the older comics. I'm so sorry if I'm wrong. But yeah, I don't, the point I was trying to make is that he wants her to take the lead. So, I mean, he says she's a natural leader, or he's a good leader. She's a good leader. But the only thing she's done thus far is, you know, talking to Rachel. And well, she was here to kind of like convince them, or at least tell, you know, she was there telling, you know, they're kind of not in the right to give up Rose. So I mean, I get it, but she didn't really lead them to that direction, you know. I don't know. I feel like they should show her leading more before they kind of, you know, hand over leadership to her. Maybe they will. I'm hoping so, because I mean, I wouldn't mind her leading. I just feel like maybe they should show her leading more before, and show her capability to actually lead a group first before they let her lead a group, especially of kids or of teenagers. One thing that does kind of lend to that a little bit though is the fact that Rachel will actually open up to Corey. It's not necessarily leading so much as like they're just more so their connection. I hope we can help Rachel. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we're not just gonna leave her hanging feeling evil and like she can't control these abilities. But I feel bad for her because she thought that she had killed. I know she knows now, but that she thought she had killed Rose, or at the very least seriously injured her. But I do still like their relationship. Like, they're showing it more this season than they did last season, obviously. I like how she was telling her that it's kind of a transitioning period, with us, with the Cameroonians, we have these bracelets to kind of control our powers a bit, because, it's a bit much at first. The talk that she had with Rachel was also kind of like, sort of for herself too, saying that they both need to, they need to find their own, that they both need to choose their own destiny. That's what she had said. That's what she had told her. All she's trying to tell Rachel, you can basically you can't choose to be good or bad. That's kind of what it comes down to with your abilities. But it's just gonna be hard. Is all it is. I mean, it's a simple thing, but it's just not easy. So I do like that it was kind of like meant for both of them. God dang it! My eye is killing me. Sorry. Oh, man, I feel so bad for Hank. Like, whenever Deathstroke called, and then he let them hear that he was beating up Jason, Hank immediately spoke up and was, like, if you want to beat somebody, beat me up. I mean, come on, stop messing with the kid. And then later on, when it was just him and Dawn, how he was like, first off, well, actually before that, when it was the group they were talking in the training room, and it's made very evident whenever he was saying that we all know what it feels like. Before that he was gonna say I know what it feels like, but he stopped himself. But it was made evident for us to see. And then obviously Dawn noticed. I don't know if everybody else noticed. I'm assuming they did. But then it goes to just Dawn and Hank later on, and he brought up what he went through with the coach and how he felt alone and scared and like nobody was coming to save him. And he connects that with how he feels Jason is feeling right now. So I'm pretty sure he is, even though Jason, poor kid, like he's putting up with Deathstroke pretty well. Putting up a good front too, and he's even to the point of saying, I'm not looking at him without. You didn't tremble either. And there wasn't a tremble in his voice when he says, "I'm not scared of you," which he might not be, but I'm pretty sure he is. I mean, come on, he whenever Slade first showed up, and he's like the 2 episodes ago, and he turns and slowly looks at him, and you can kind of see the fear in his eyes. But no matter, I felt really bad for Hank there. Like he really felt for Jason right there. He felt kind of desperate to save Jason. So I'm really enjoying Hank's character like a lot. Like especially this season, like he just like apart from he still gets angry because for the moments that he gets angry, he does kind of have a reason to. He also kind of feels like it's Dick's fault for bringing the Titans back together. But just like the emotional scenes he has, like I feel real bad for him. And I like how she was there for him and was trying to console him as well. Like their relationship, it just works really well. I don't feel like, to me, I don't feel their relationship's forced, and it just feels sweet. Like it's interesting that Donna, episode before last week, and then this episode she was telling Dick that you should tell the kids about Deathstroke and what happened. And then when Corey confronts her, like what happened, why is Deathstroke getting under everybody's skin? She's like, it doesn't matter. So she doesn't tell her anything either. I mean, she at least knows that Deathstroke's an issue, yeah, but she doesn't tell her like why it's bothering everybody. So maybe Corey, technically it wouldn't be any of her business, and she wouldn't necessarily understand what they're going through. I don't know, maybe she does, maybe she went through something similar on their planet. I don't know. But still, I mean, after this, the crap you gave Dick. But then again, like it doesn't direct this. It kind of with Dick. I'm so sorry. I'm debating on myself on what to start. Whenever she got on Dick's case was just because the issue with Slade directly affected the kids. It doesn't necessarily directly affect Corey. I mean, more it does kind of just because she's now in the mix, or she's here, but Deathstroke doesn't know about her, so it's like it doesn't necessarily affect her. But still, I mean, I don't know. The fact that she got on his case and then she just does the same thing is kind of a little strange. And then she also finds out that Corey's a princess, which is kind of funny. Does anybody else know now? Because I know whenever she asks, does anybody know? She says no. But so she hasn't told anybody else yet after that, right? I'm assuming. So that's gonna be interesting for them to find out. I mean, it's not really have any precedence right now. It's not really the important thing. But still, gonna be interesting when they find out. I was a little worried that maybe she did, but I was a little worried that Rose was gonna find out, or at least realize that it was their fault, or at the very least Dick's fault, that her brother's dead. Like with the conversation they were having, because she's I think it was Hank. Somebody in the group said that he's about their fault. Like, hold on, sorry, I can't remember exactly what they said. Yeah, there, okay. When Dawn says that we're not using Deathstroke's kid to get to him again, and she also said we've gone down this path before. We all know how that ended. So I don't know. I feel like I was worried that she was gonna find out that it was their fault. Maybe she did. They didn't really address that. We'll see next episode maybe, or whenever they show her again and then she comes to. So that'll be interesting to deal with if she did put her together. And I'm curious to find out what the heck, like how exactly, like what happened, what went south with that. How did Jericho die? But I think that's all I have for this episode, guys. Altogether, I think it was a pretty good episode. There were some issues again with dialogue. There was like a couple lines, but nothing like that goes over the whole episode. Most of it I think was pretty okay. I don't know what's gonna happen with Jason. I really hope he doesn't die. I don't think it's just too early for him to be killed off. But I guess we'll see who saves him or if he dies next episode. But yeah, guys, that's it for this week's episode for Titans. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the rest of our stuff, be sure to hit the button right next to me. Or if you want to stick around for next week's episode, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, if you want to support us on Patreon, go ahead and click the button right here. You can get access to polls, early access videos, and full-length reactions. The link for that also in the description down below. Again, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see y'all next week.